the Q-ZAR. I do.
Alright, so now we're going to be going over what we call the Cali cover, or which is basically the G cover just perfected, is what I like to say. Now, the difference between the Cali cover and the G cover is the way we hold the phaser. The finger is no longer at a straight up angle. We actually angle it to 135 degree pointing that way. Okay, that's the main difference between the Cali cover and the G cover. Same way though, same stance. Same stance. Shoulders facing, you're always your opponent. Hips, shoulders facing your opponent. Alright? Same, holding the gun the same exact way. Alright? 2 fingers here. Here, or here is the same thing. Okay, depends on which is more comfortable for you. Whichever, because a lot of people have problems tugging on the pack on this little inside part of the plastic. If it's easier for you to do it like that, it's fine. Just understand if you hold the phaser, if you hold the pack here, that you're easier to get tagged underneath. If you hold it here, you're less likely to get hit shot from underneath. The difference, okay? Now, back into the cover. So, stand back up. We're gonna face our body, pull back, pack's pointing that way, all right? Phaser goes on top of the gun right there, thumb on the side, all right? Now it starts off looking like this. Notice where my finger's pointing, it's pointing that way, not straight up, all right? Now, what you're gonna do is, after time is, you're gonna start pulling back this pack as far as possible, all right? Now, once you get to about this point, as you can see, you can probably still see some of the lights on the side of my phaser. Okay? What you're doing then is, you're going to pull it back just a little bit further. Now when you first start, it may look like this. Now the reason why it looks like this is because your handles are pointing too much that way. The better you get at blocking with your forearm right here, the more you can turn your phaser, the handles, out like that way. The more your handles are facing that way, the wider your cover becomes. The harder it is to shoot you in the front. So we actually almost turn it like, as you can see, to about that point. A lot of people when you first start out, their handles are facing their opponent, which is fine, it's not a big deal. And the Cali cover is not that big a deal either. But understand you have a problem getting shot in the front. So make sure you're blocking that. Make sure you're expecting them more to come to the front. So, we pull back, alright? We pull back to here, we use our stance, always low in our stance. Okay, now the last thing you want to learn about this cover is your shoulder. Your shoulder is the main key about this cover. It's what makes it the most efficient cover, I think, in the world. Right? Start off regular, pull back. Bringing that right shoulder forward, notice, the right shoulder like this. What this does is, notice the difference, okay? Not very much, but what it does is, it makes the back pad stick to your back. It picks up the pack and moves it. See the difference? Yeah? Makes a huge difference when you're in a cover to block your back. What it also does is it makes the pack stick to you. Now because it sticks to you, when you move to the side, the pack immediately moves. When the pack is loose and you twist, the pack tends to stay out more, which means that the person reaching around your back gets to you quicker. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you always have that pack glued to your back, glued to your actual back. So when you do twist, the pack immediately moves with you. So that's why you want to make sure this shoulder. Notice, a lot of people when they first start out do this. They get into their cover and they rotate their entire body forward like this. So they show the entire front of the sensor. Now, understand, when you use this cover and you go like this, if you shoot anywhere on this back leg, you're down, okay? Make sure it's very important. You pull the pack back, then move your shoulder, just your shoulder. Best way to practice this if you're first starting out is have somebody actually hold you like this and try to move your shoulder forward. Hold the cover and move your shoulder forward. Start out. You'll get muscle memory into it, all right? It takes time. It's not something you're gonna learn overnight, all right? Now, this is what it looks like from the side, just like this. All right, gonna be low to the ground. Now you can also use this cover more standing straight up if you want, Not as effective right for me unless it's on a wall, but this is just how it's going to look. All right? Now remember, foot, always facing either this angle, or this angle. Don't have your feet face sideways at a 90-degree angle. The reason why is because your rotation to this side over here to your left is taken away by moving your foot like that. You want to make sure that you're able to spring anywhere in here to tag your opponent. Makes you more efficient to tag somebody. Make sure you're always keeping on your toes and both your feet are either facing this angle or to 45. All right? Next thing we're going to go over is basically how to start out as a beginner.